Extreme Rules is this Sunday, but I just wanted to go over the supplemental draft a little bit because some of the picks do affect the draft a little bit. I mean not the draft, but the pay-per-view. I'm sorry. But yeah, overall, it's kind of shocking a little bit in a way. Some of the picks I like. Some of the picks I like that they happened. Some of them not so much, but it gives them an opportunity. And you'll see what I mean just a bit. Let's see here. The first, because we already went for the first 8 that were on the draft show last night. And of course, the supplemental draft, for many people know, like maybe the mid-carders or like the low-carders, like the jobbers or something, they get a fresh new start. They get drafted on the new brand. Or it's basically kind of like a trade thing, almost, but not quite. The first draft pick is Daniel Bryan. Goes to SmackDown. In a way, Daniel Bryan, this will help him out, help him elevate himself a little more, because usually SmackDown has been the brand for the younger talent or the up and comers coming down the pike, and Daniel Bryan himself is a pro. Daniel Bryan will, honestly, I think Daniel Bryan will do well on SmackDown because he hasn't been used on Raw as of late. I guess maybe, I don't know why. Maybe the Team Apple thing got, split up or something. I don't know. But this will help Daniel Bryan a little bit. He is not in a pay-per-view match, however, so that does not affect our little prediction thingy here. What does affect it is Jack Swagger goes to Raw. So all 4 men in the country whipping match are now on Raw. And Jack Swagger's not a stranger to Raw, since he won the Money in the Bank and went over to SmackDown to win the world title. But, we could see what this does, because the Michael Cole Jack Swagger tag team could probably tag team on Raw now. I don't know, maybe. Or they could have done it on SmackDown, but oh well. It's fucking WWE. The Great Khali goes to SmackDown. Again, he is not a part of the Extreme Rules pay-per-view as of late, but he did win the WrestleMania Battle Royal on the pre-show. And the Great Khali going to SmackDown, you could see him as the world champion again for sure. Because he's a former world champion, and they helped elevate his career a lot. Jimmy Uso also goes to SmackDown. The Usos have been drafted to, well, not both Usos, but Jimmy Uso is the SmackDown. So the Uso tag team is now split up. Unless, of course, they somehow win the Unified Tag Team titles, but I don't see it happening. We will see, though, because Jimmy Uso is now at SmackDown. But again, Great Khali and Jimmy Uso are not in the pay-per-view. Kelly goes to Raw, and I'm happy about this because they kind of used her pretty good on SmackDown. I mean, they had her in a world title match, technically, and she's technically a world champion by helping Edge win. And of course, like, oh, women can't hold the world title, but I mean, she got the pinfall, so if with some title matches back in the day, whoever got the pinfall would have won the championship. But we're not in that day and age, so one can dream, right? But this means Kelly could destroy the Bellas and get the championship, even though the title is for both brands, but it doesn't really matter. But it's been used on Raw mostly after Natalya won it and Melina won and all those people. So we could see Kelly having her first title reign and have like her first time ever holding a title, which could be good. JTG is to Raw. Normally, the young stars and the up-and-comers and the little veterans would be pushed on SmackDown. Hopefully, JTG won't be lost in the shuffle here. It's a shocking little thing, but you know what? I don't care. It's kind of cool. Alicia Fox goes back to SmackDown. Hopefully, maybe this will have like a fucking love triangle with Lay Cool or something, because she used to be McCool's protege, if you remember. And Michelle McCool helped Alicia Fox, and Alicia Fox helped Michelle McCool win a few women's titles, if you remember that as well. Hopefully, this will help her get pushed a little more, because she's been like the jobber diva as of late on Raw. And I hate saying that for divas being jobbers, but you know what? So was Velvet McIntyre back in the day. I don't care. William Regal, and there's a lot of SmackDown picks, by the way, just FYI. And yeah, JTG, Kelly, and Alicia Fox are not on the pay-per-view as of late, just so FYI as well. William Regal to SmackDown. William Regal has been a commentator on NXT as of late. He hasn't been used much on Raw or Superstars. But this will probably help William Regal, because, I mean, honestly, William Regal's probably one of the best technical wrestlers to have never held a world title. And hopefully this helps William Regal close his career with maybe a world title run or WWE title run in the mid-future. He's on the pay-per-view as well. But he is commentating on NXT, so we'll probably hear from him and him being drafted tonight on NXT if you guys watch it. Yoshitatsu is also the SmackDown, which kind of explains why he was in the world title number one contender battle royal thing, because he was on Raw, and I was confused why he was on there unless SmackDown didn't have enough people. But now they have enough people to do that. Yoshitatsu is not on the pay-per-view, but he is still a pro to his rookie. I think it's Byron Saxton on NXT, so we'll hear from him probably about his draft, him being drafted. Drew McIntyre, the so-called chosen one, is now to Raw, and it doesn't surprise me, but Drew McIntyre, you know, he was being pushed as of late, Intercontinental title runs, potential world title runs on SmackDown, so hopefully this helps him out a little bit. He's on the pay-per-view as well. Natalya goes to SmackDown. So that means, like, she started on SmackDown with with ECW, with the Hart Dynasty. But then she kind of went on SmackDown for the few potential Diva title runs. She was a former Divas champion. Hopefully this will help her with a new start. And maybe we will see the Glamazon and Natalya kill Michelle McCool. Or LayCool, or both. But Layla's been fighting back as of late, and I kind of like that out of her. She's on the pay-per-view by the way. Kurt Hawkins to Raw. So that kind of means Zack Ryder's little buddy gets to help him on Raw. Now they might be a tag team with Primo or fucking Stable or something. He's on the pay-per-view, but this helps him out, get us the SmackDown bubble, and hopefully he's not lost in the shuffle as well. The big man, Chris Masters, goes to Raw and potentially could help him get a WWE title shot down the road, because honestly, he was pushed very early in his career to WWE title run. I'd love to see that again, or at least a United States or Intercontinental title run or something out of him, because he hasn't had a title in a very long time. And it looks like the Usos are both on SmackDown, meaning they are both there and they're not on the pay-per-view, but this helps them out get pushed a little more, and maybe a World Tag Team title run or Unified Tag Team title run or something, you know? Kofi Kingston, the Jamaica Man, goes to a Raw. And Kofi, he's been pushed as of late on SmackDown a lot. Intercontinental title runs, Tag Team title runs. Kofi could be a good player on Raw like he used to be. But we'll see. The $1 Million Jobber, Ted DiBiase Jr. is on SmackDown, and hopefully this is a new leaf in his career. That's all I have to say about him. I mean, really, it's been a disgrace. I mean, the $1 Million Man's probably shaking his head when he watches him and shit, man. Tyson Kidd to SmackDown. SmackDown has got a lot of fucking picks in this draft. I mean, really, they own this draft, man. But Tyson Kidd has been doing very good as of late. And all those picks I just talked about, none of them are on the pay-per-view as well, so they won't affect the Extreme Rules pay-per-view predictions thingy. But Tyson Kidd is a good pick, and I guess we're running out of time due to the iPhones, not 15-minute limit, but I have it on a regular camera or whatever, or a webcam or whatever. But this, I hate to edit these out, but you know what? It's just so they get uploaded and not one little fucking small clip. So yeah. We'll see you in the next part.